Yeah. Pencil pushing, paper stacking.
Yeah, man, he definitely inspired everything that I've done within the last since I've met him, and everything I will do.
Yeah, facts. I
For
mean,
sure.
let's be honest. When I first came into Rob, I'll save the story of him humbling me for a different. But
Right.
like, even even my abilities from when I first walked into his house, I would just make beats on my own time, and I'd have to I became a session producer because of him. I'm like, oh, so like sitting in front of somebody and catching a vibe, that's a much better way to. If it weren't for him showing me how to do that and having countless sessions, doing that with him, I would like we. There'd be no way
There would
this
be
album
no
would
way.
happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, and the beautiful thing with him too, as talented as he was, and whatnot, he never like felt a way about artists and producers and whoever branching out and doing things. He was always supportive of it. But
Always.
The only thing he asked was if you were gonna put the Beats Council, logo on it, come with it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Make sure you come correct, and that was, man. It was a beautiful thing because he did support everything. The music was to him like, and not to say he didn't care or it wasn't his passion, but the music was the music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he treated us like family. You know what I'm saying? We were
Yeah.
family. You feel me? It was always love, no matter what even if you weren't doing music.
Right.
Jordan is beat counsel, and Jordan ain't.
Rapped it.
Yeah.
I mean, he tried. Never rapped it. In.
You know what I mean?
Took him in off the streets at one point, man. Like
he was. Rob was a different type of soul, man. A different spirit, and he's all in this. He's in everything I do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything. I would not be as well put together as an artist as I am now if it wasn't for Rob. And like you said, like, actually having sessions and vibing wasn't a thing for me before. I felt like I was so cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I never worked with talented people, but I didn't have the surroundings that was brought to me when I met Rob.
Standard,
you know what I'm saying?
On the spot, like
it was more or less for me. It was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I just wrote this. I think it's dope. I'm finna lay it down. Either you know what I'm saying? You hear or you not. You feel me? And it really turned into, he showed me how to love it again.
Right.
How to love the music. You know what I'm saying? And love the process to the point where we could not drop anything and not blow at all, but I love to listen to us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it was iron sharpening iron at all times.
For sure. For sure.
Nobody in there was a weak link.
Nah.
And
everybody
to this
grew.
Day, everybody continued
grew and got better and just better.
But it came off of sessions, sitting in a room and working together. There was literally, for lack of a better term, there was no mailing it in, no emailing it in.
Nah,
It was like everything
you
was done.
hear or you not.
Right,
You know what I'm
right. And
saying?
that's how these projects came together. That's how this one came together. That's how.
And it's crazy because some of them sessions we didn't even make no music. We was just sitting there vibing. So we sit there vibe. We might
Talk
freestyle a
about
bunch,
life,
talk about life, laugh.
room.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So on to the next record. This is another one that I think you had words to. Cloud 9 is another one that like we literally just you actually helped me craft this one. You're like, no, drop this out here, put this here, add this here. No, take this away here. I want this to be here when I say this here.
I was mad proud of that too. We sat there and that's a track that we real life did that shit together.
100%. And again, like from the in the hook is like, I won't say it's my favorite part because you absolutely like spaz out and just go crazy for bar after bar after bar after bar. But like you bookend it with this just beautiful hook, and that like you pulled that out of thin air. Like that came out of nowhere. Where did that come from?
You said thin air, like that's honestly, man, the hook. It was really you told me I needed one.
Yeah.
And I can't even answer that. Sometimes it it just come to you the way it come. You know what I'm saying? And I was already feeling the vibe of the song already. But when we, you know what I'm saying, when you brought the beat to me and when we had the beat. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, this shit's so hard. And we sitting there and listen to the verse, and then you like, bro, you gotta put a hook on this. And it really just came like that, bro. It was a in the moment, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. I didn't have nothing previously to it.
Yeah, we even searched through sounds for that one. Like that one, like there was no pre-work done on that one. I was like, okay, like you had these words, and it's like, okay, let's find a sound that will, you know, and that was the one, and then the drums just kind of drove the words, and the words drove the drums, and vice versa. And
that beat is ill. Like just the beat in itself, that you went crazy. That beat is so hard.
You said a lot on that. You know, I'm not good with quotables, but you know, you touch on a lot of different subjects, and you know, and move in and out of all these subjects, and it was just like a stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
When you wrote that originally, you know, what were you listening to? You were mad. You sounded mad when you recorded it.
Yeah, I was mad. I was irritated. It was like I say, you know, it was stuff. I was going through things. There was a lot of stuff going on, and I was just at that point in time, I was a little pissed off. Like I felt like people was wasting my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a lot of things, you know, a lot of different type of people were wasting my time, and it was to the point where it's like, bro, like you gotta do for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up, get up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stay up. You got to move before it come pass you by, and that's how I really felt. Like I'm wasting my life sitting here, letting other people waste my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was pissed off. You know, the whole beginning, I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm chosen. You feel me? Like I do this. I'm hard body. Everything I touch is gold. So why are you wasting your time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this shorty act like, you know what I'm saying? Like she could find better when I'm the truth. You know what I'm saying? Why are you wasting your time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything, I was mad. Like it really was a like I had an epiphany or something. Like
yeah,
it's time to get up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to do something about everything that you're going through. It's everything, you know what I'm saying, can be not necessarily fixed, but you ain't gotta go through it, and you ain't gotta go through it with the people you going through it with.
Yeah.
It was an eye-opening verse.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and then you added that dope beat, and it's just, yeah. I love that track.
Yeah, we live in an era where, and it's not everybody. I don't like to generalize a lot, but a lot of people like to look at their situation and be a victim, and they like to look at what isn't and what is that's not good that they don't like. But like, you know, that that record is what, you know, a lot of people need. Is just that moment of like, yo, if I don't like something, I'm changing it. If I'm not appreciated, I'm gonna go somewhere where I am appreciated. If people aren't realizing what I bring to the table, I'm going somewhere where the table is going to be, you know, welcoming.
Exactly. I'm gonna move around.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
That's advice that, you know, I think a lot of people need. Frankly, like, you don't like your job, your boss isn't respecting you. Like, I've never feared losing a job because, you know, I don't get along with the boss, or if I'm not respected, you know, I move on. Like,
move around. Everything is not meant to be forever.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And when you realize that it's not gonna be forever, let it slide and move around, because you waste time, and time is the one thing that we really not getting back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every second, every minute of the day that you sitting here wasting, you know what I'm saying, feeling sorry for yourself, you could be proud of yourself for moving on.
Right.
And busting all them moves. It's crazy, because it's 115 quotes in that song was real. Like, I'm so serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was real life. I'm telling myself, like, bro, you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up. Yeah. Get up, because I spent a period of time feeling bad for myself. I really did. And we all go through it, and we all do it. But really, you know what I'm saying? You got to find the strength to tell yourself enough is enough. At some point, enough is enough.
Right. Yeah.
At some point, enough is enough, and that's where that song came from. And the hook, it was the moment, bro, because we was just in the lab, like,
yeah,
we was real life just in the lab, just going bonkers, like song after song, and then we touched down on that part, that song, and I can't.
When you think about it, that hook, you know, when you said it came out of thin air, you really just kind of explained it in long form. It's like, you know, you got that rant off your chest, and then it's like, okay, now get up, wake up. Do something about all that shit you just complained about.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And
literally, yeah.
And you did, bro. You did.
Real life.
So, the outro, we changed the name, Moment of Clarity.
Mm-hmm.
We recently changed that title.
Yeah.
I think like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When we turned the album in.
We're getting ready to drop it, yeah.
And, you know, that, when I heard sonically the sample that we chose for that, it felt exactly like the intro, but with more hopeful keys.
Yeah.
And you matched that energy so perfectly. Tell me about the outro.
Yo, you first off, you snapped and you was like, bro. And when you showed me, I was like, yo, that's perfect. That was the perfect perfect instrumental to end that project.
Yeah.
You know, it matched the way that it started, but like you said, in a different way, in a more hopeful way, because I done got all this off my chest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done told you everything that I done been through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, in closing, you know what I'm saying, stick to it. You know, every lesson that I just tried to teach you, I'm telling you because I just learned it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the point is to stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When things get hard, stop giving up on yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't have to break you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really what that was, you know. And that's what I meant in the hook when I said when it's fight or flight, I'ma fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's real life. It's real life lessons that I had to learn.
Yeah.
Quick to give up on myself. My mom used to tell me when I was a kid, you give up on yourself too easy.
Yeah.
Something I had to learn.
Yeah.
And it just went. You made it so easy to just come out. You know what I'm saying? Come out there and just.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do what I had to do for this project, bro. You really
Yeah.
you made it easy. I honestly don't feel like I could have pulled it off the way that I pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? With as much of my actual heart into it, if we ain't do it the way we did it. You know what I'm saying? It was real. It was real, man. I said, you know, no one knows my sorrows. Man, I think that might be my favorite track, just because of the hook.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I listen to it all the time. Also, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You go through a lot of different emotions in that whole thing, and it's like, you know, it's like getting everything off your chest.
Or,
everything off your chest that you were going through over, you know, a couple year period, and just coming out of it going, yeah, it's gonna be all right. It's really what that song feels like at the end. You know, it's hopeful.
That's the whole point of it. Mm-hmm.
So the next one we make, we gotta make some celebration shit, man.
We gotta turn up. It's time to turn up now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I done said what I had to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy, honestly. The timing of us dropping this album, because every problem, every issue, every stress that I was going through at the time of writing this, I got over them humps.
Yeah.
And you know, all them obstacles, I got over them obstacles.
Yeah.
And you know, I bettered myself in multiple different ways. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a place in life that I could be proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can listen to that. I can listen to, you know, the outro or a moment of clarity and really feel that moment of clarity. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you got to grow up on grow with the record, like literally.
Yeah,
not
for
just
real.
Like, you know, it's not
everything comes full circle like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Well, it was a pleasure making it with you. It was a pleasure finally putting it out. You know,
long time coming.
I hope it gets some ears, and I feel like it's one of those projects that's going to slowly snowball.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be one of those like,
damn, this shit kind of good.
this is really dope.
Damn,
yeah.
This shit dope.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
gonna be
heard
like,
this shit?
you know, and I think it's gonna be one of those things where like it's got to catch people in the right frame of mind, but it's gonna help some people.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel like that's the whole point. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking out the side of my ass. You know what I mean? I try to put as much knowledge as I have in it. You know what I'm saying? I try to say what I needed somebody to say. You know what I'm saying, to me.
Right.
And sometimes you know these things, and it takes somebody else saying it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
You know, to everybody who listens to it, I appreciate it, and I hope it do something for you. It did something for me.
Right.
You know, and make sure that you put it on repeat. You know, don't stop.
Yeah.
Don't stop. And when you get through your humps, I'll have something else there for you, so we can turn up. we could, you know what I'm saying? Get it going for sure.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming through. Like,
I appreciate you having me, man, for sure.
I wasn't sure, you know, I didn't write down questions. Rob was big on writing down these really great questions, but like I said, I had the benefit of being there for the whole process. So
right.
Like, I already had questions to ask you, like just genuinely, you know, about the process that you just don't discuss. You know, I always look up to my idol Rick Rubin. I feel like this was the first project I really got to be Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin's whole thing is like finding artists to help find themselves and helping them tailor the sonics to what they're going through and what that process is, and pulling out everybody I hear talk about him talks about his ability to pull from within and get them to be vulnerable. And that's exactly what you did for, you know, about 30 minutes. So
yeah, man. I appreciate it for sure, man. And you stayed on me with it. You know, you didn't give up on it. It's been years.
Yeah. And
literally 2 years. So, you know what I mean? This is just the beginning, man.
This interview is longer than the album.
yeah.
But you know what? It's the type of project that needs that level of dissection.
Yeah, it don't need to be too much. It's just enough.
Yeah.
It's just enough.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Let's get you to do some singing, bro.
Damn, man. Let's get to it. Wow, bro. That was a dope ass. It was. I forgot the camera for a second.
Honestly, bro.
You got me thinking, bro.